On this final night of November, week 13 of the NFL season starts here at AT&T Stadium as the Dallas Cowboys take the field. And in his 8th season, Dak Prescott is playing at a sky-high level as the Cowboys are set to face Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartung with you. For the Seahawks, I think tonight is a season almost on the brink. They've lost their last 2 games. The next 2 are against the 49ers and the Eagles, so tonight is huge. This team was rolling. All of a sudden now they're struggling, especially on offense. It won't be easy tonight, obviously. So what's their plan to pull off a big upset?
Well, you look at the direction, you're right. It wasn't just on Thanksgiving against the Niners. Lost 3 of the last 4, and they went once from looking like, hey, this is a team that's going to get to the postseason to now fighting for their lives. I think it's very clear. They got to play with some urgency. They've been backed into a corner. They got to bring a bad attitude tonight. And I think the other big thing is they got to establish the run to be able to take some shots downfield.
They're playing a team that is smoking hot. Prescott, of course, is on fire, MVP candidate. The defense is outstanding. Everything is clicking for a team that's looking to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time in 28 years. So what's not to like?
I'm with you. I think you can make a really strong case that Dallas has improved as much as anybody in the NFL from the first 6 weeks to the last 5. Mike McCarthy, remember, he's back calling plays. He's retweaked things, much more aggressive. They're taking shots downfield, and this defense.
Prime Video, home of Thursday Night Football, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Can you believe this?
That really embodies how hard they play.
A rocket from Geno Smith.
Prescott dropped it in the bucket.
A supersonic laser blast from Aikman. It's intercepted by Richard Sherman.
What a run by Emmitt Smith.
Oh, he stumbles by Romo.
There's nothing automatic in football.
Marshawn Lynch says, get out of my way.
Cowboys are the champions of Super Bowl.
Oh, my word. Unbelievable.
Tonight's ways to watch include our Prime Vision with Next Gen Stats broadcast featuring player tracking and defensive alerts. And you can also watch along with Dude Perfect or in Spanish with TNF and Espanol. To the field we go. Here's Kaylee Hartung. Kaylee.
Well, Al, on a day synonymous with football, Cowboys cornerback Deron Bland was the biggest star of Thanksgiving. He recorded his 5th interception return for a touchdown this season, which broke a 52-year-old NFL record and launched him right into the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. The Bland came to Dallas last year, a 5th-round pick, and even though he led the Cowboys with 5 interceptions as a rookie, he did not begin this season in the starting lineup. But when All-Pro ballhawk Trayvon Diggs tore his ACL 2 weeks in, Bland stepped right up. The Seahawk who will be most aware of Bland tonight, that's Geno Smith. He's now 11 days removed from a hit that caused a bad bruise to his throwing elbow. He told us he was airing the ball out in practice this week and doesn't expect him to limit him tonight. He is wearing a padded sleeve, just as he did in last Thursday's game.
Thank you, Kelly. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the standings. Niners on top 8-3. Hawks are now 6-5, and the Rams are breathing down their necks, and the Rams have beaten the Seahawks twice already this season. In the East, you've got Philly at 10-1, Cowboys 8-3. Those 2 meet a week from Sunday night here. Meanwhile, the Cowboys won the toss. They've elected to receive, and why not? In recent years, most teams defer, but more and more teams are receiving, and when you're on offense the way these guys have been on offense, Kirk, in the last few weeks, you want the ball.
Yeah, your quarterback right now, you see what he's done at home games, 5-0 record. They've outscored opponents at home 205-60. That's the largest point differential through first 5 games of any team in the last 57 years in the league, and this guy is on fire.
And this team has never trailed once in any home game thus far this season. Pollard is the running back. He gets it, picks up a couple, takes it out to the 27-yard line to make it 2nd down and 8. So Prescott, 4th-round pick 8 years ago, talking about how hot he has been. He only had 6 touchdown passes in the first 6 games, 17 over the last 5 games. He's throwing a lot of short passes early and now really airing it out. And he's going to air it out here and connect to the 50-yard line to C.D. Lamb, having a sensational season, averaging 7 catches per game. Gain of 24.
And he's matched up with the rookie right here, Devin Witherspoon, who's had such a great season. Look how he goes outside leverage and eases it for C.D. Lamb to work back to the inside and give Dak Prescott a lot of credit. That middle safety right there, Diggs, he moves him with his eyes to give him even more room to work with.
Lamb 79 receptions now on the season, and that is caught by Lamb again, so make it 80, picking up about 7 on that one. Second down.
I've watched Dak Prescott since his days at Mississippi State, obviously throughout his early part of his career, first now in his 8th year. I don't know if I've ever seen a bigger smile and a guy that right now is felt any better in his NFL career than the way number 4 is playing right now. He and Mike McCarthy seeing things the very same way, communicating all week and really together on how they want to attack opponents.
Second down and 2. Escaping a tackle in the back. Of course, with Pollard, Mike McCarthy there, he is. And remember, he inherited Kellen Moore from the previous staff when he took over. So Moore was here for 3 years now with the Chargers out in Los Angeles, and Mike loves to call plays.
Yeah, he loves just being in that quarterback room during the week and going through things with the guys. And I think taking 3 years off as a play caller took a little bit of time to get that rhythm back.
3rd and 2, fake to Pollard. Dak has time in the pocket, wide open, 23-yard line, making the catch there. Brandon Cooks. And Cooks has really come on, slow start in his first year as a Cowboy, but red hot of late. Jamal Adams makes the tackle, gain of 19, first down.
And Lamb gets a lot of attention, but here's again pre-snap movement to create some matchup opportunities and create a little confusion on the back end. Look at that bust right there. It's a good job of moving Cooks. Lamb gets a lot of the attention, but right now, these last 3 or 4 weeks, Brandon Cooks is really coming along.
From the 23, give it to Lamb on the end around, breaks the tackle, picks up 4 or 5 or so. Run out of bounds there by Quandre Diggs. Gain of, let's call it 6, 2nd and 4.
You know, it's so easy to get caught up in all this skill that Dak Prescott is working with, but we'd be remiss if we didn't recognize what this offensive line has done. They're a healthy group, number 1. You don't see that very often at this point in the season. Been able to build some continuity all year long, and it just seems like the rhythm gets better every week.
2nd and 4. Set up a little screen here, breaking a tackle, picking up a first down. Pollard stopped there by Draymond Jones. So this drive now, 7 plays, 64 yards.
So you heard all week about Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy and C.D. Lamb and Brandon Cooks and Jake Ferguson, and now you're seeing it. You know, Mike McCarthy has put together a great script here, different formations, personnel groupings. In Seattle, I think right now their heads are spinning, trying to stay up with what Dallas is doing with their foot on the gas.
First time he's gone with 3 tight ends on a slant. Lamb can't hold it. And good coverage there by Week Woolen, making it 2nd down and 10.
Well, he's got that long arm with his left hand to be able to get in there and knock that football away. This has been much like we've seen these last 5 weeks, very aggressive Dallas approach here this first drive.
Here we go has become his Omaha. To the end zone, reaching up, can't hold it in, is Jake Ferguson, the tight end. And again, it's Woolen back there covering on the play. Buffet came in and forced the issue in the backfield, 3rd down and 10.
And this is where his size really works out for him as a corner at 6'4". It's not just him on receivers. You can put him with that length and see that left hand again is able to get in there and get his hand on the football and knock it away.
Spelled like it should be Woolen, but he prefers Woolen. And he changed it to Reek this year as well. Turpin is in the game right now, 3rd and 10. Prescott, good protection. End zone, making the grab at about the 2-yard line. There is Turpin. Devontae Turpin, the kick return, plays sparingly on offense, and a flag is down at the 8-yard line. So our first penalty of the game. We'll hear from Clete Blakeman for the first time.
And how about the protection here by that offensive line? Just all day to throw the football.
Pete Carroll leaning in for the call.
For illegal contact on the play. The result of the play is a first down, Dallas.
Okay. So we have a flag, but no penalty.
No, he called it off. No foul.
Okay. Waved it off. And here's the time. Look to the far left. The defender drops. He has an open Gallup right there. If he would have saw him, he gets back to that side late. But when Gallup freed up, the defender goes down. He happened to be looking and surveying the field and working his way back to the right. But eventually, with that amount of time, Dak Prescott's going to find one of his weapons.
First and goal, 11th play of the drive.
Here we go. Right there.
Pollard can't get past the line of scrimmage. Second and goal.
I think that's the one aspect of this offense that we're going to continue to see as they get ready for this stretch run. You know, Zeke Elliott obviously is no longer here. Pollard takes over, coming off that injury in the playoff game against the 49ers. And he's known more really to catch the ball to the backfield, work the perimeter with a toss sweep. But they've got to still have that ability to run physical in situations like this between the tackles.
Dak rolls away, has that one knocked down. Devon Witherspoon, the sensational rookie, having a great year. Overall number 5 pick in the draft. Played his college ball in Illinois, knocking it down, third down and goal.
This kid continues to show such versatility. He can cover, he can blitz. Here his instincts and football IQ pays off for him. But watch how quickly he gets on Dak. He doesn't mirror him, he attacks him. And he doesn't quite get to him, but he's so long, he's able to climb up and knock the ball down.
Devon Witherspoon knocking it away, third down, goal. Deep drop, and they get him. So Prescott gets sacked by Jordan Brooks, who ran one back for a touchdown in the Thanksgiving game against San Francisco. So all of a sudden, they're rolling. Here we go all the way down the field. And the field goal unit comes in.
Yeah, and Steele works outside, which forces the back Pollard to be able to pick up this potential blitz right there. You see Steele's kind of waiting and waiting. I don't know if that's a mix-up, but clearly just gets overwhelmed by the physicality there of Brooks.
30-yard attempt for Aubrey, who hasn't missed this season. He's 23 for 23, Prime Video. An ode to the Dallas Mavs. They've been in the news with Mark Cuban selling off about $2 billion worth of the team. That's been the headline in the papers the last couple of days. We start with a touchback here. And that Seattle defense gave the offense a little burst of adrenaline there. Looked like, you know, it was going to be 7-0. Held them to a field goal. And now the offense trying to score their first touchdown in 7 quarters. There are the numbers on Geno Smith, the comeback player of the year last year. Smith now in his 11th season in the league.
Keep in mind, this offense has been sputtering 7 consecutive quarters without an offensive touchdown. They need to start much faster tonight.
Running back is Zach Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker is not active tonight for the 2nd week in a row. And Charbonnet will play 2 years at Michigan and then finished up with 2 years at UCLA. And he'll be the main man tonight. Gains 4, 2nd and 6.
He is a physical back. With Kenneth Walker not being in, you lose that big play ability, but you pick up balance, patience, just a very physical back. I think a lot of people have not really seen him play. You'll be in for a treat if they can open up some running lanes for him.
2nd and 6. Give it to him again. Avoids Parsons, who will spend most of the night in that Seattle offensive backfield. Gets around him and picks up a couple to the 31. Stopped by Hankins there, 3rd and 4.
You know, you often associate Parsons with quickness to the outside. Here he gives that step to the outside and then bursts back underneath Charles Cross. You know, and you cannot predetermine where Levin's going to go, not just as a pass rusher, but defending the run. He's fun to watch as a pass rusher. Again, they move him around. Right now, he's lined up right across from the center instead of being outside. Here he is right here.
DJ Dallas now in the back, and we've got movement up front. So that's DeMarcus Lawrence coming across the line, but Clete Blakeman to tell us in a moment whether he was induced.
False start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
And he was.
I think he responded to Anthony Bradford just turning back to give the touch to the center that we're ready to go with a snap, and I think he was just so anxious to get a good get off that the center looks down, the guard moved just a bit, and Lawrence jumps, gives him.
Third down and 8. Smith fires over the middle. Great grab by Metcalf out in front, and he will go all the way for a touchdown. 73 yards. DK Metcalf. So they haven't scored since the first series against the Rams in the next to last game, and they score with an exclamation point halfway through the first quarter tonight.
What a job by Geno Smith on this third down and long. He does a good job of looking at Donovan Wilson, who works out then back to the inside after the snap. He sees that, knows he's got that seam, and puts it on a line. Watch Metcalf work Bland, who's getting a lot of attention outside, gets that separation, and then it's just all.
It's the first time the Cowboys have trailed at home all season long. And the Cowboys will set up shop at the 25. Kirk.
Yeah, they knew coming in they'd have to win one-on-one here on 3rd and 8. Metcalf against Bland, but I love the safety movement there. And the reason that's important because it creates basically a one-on-one matchup for Metcalf against Bland. Everybody's been wondering what's wrong with the timing and the rhythm of Geno Smith. Watch him move that safety with that little subtle look. Enough to move the safety to the middle of the field, and that's what gave him that throwing lane. And then it's lights out once Metcalf makes that catch.
Perfect. Over 22 miles an hour, still as fast as ever in his 5th year in the league. Here goes Pollard into the middle of that line for a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
It's the beauty of the NFL. You know, there's just no foregone conclusions. You look at this game on paper, the way Dallas has been playing in the last 5 weeks, the way Geno and this offense has been playing. They've lost 3 of their last 4. Everybody's talking about, boy, they're in trouble and a long way to go, but you can just tell the Seattle team, they've shown up with competitive spirit. See how it goes from here.
2nd down and 8. Off the fake. Prescott under pressure again. Sacked from behind, so they get him for the 2nd time. Darrell Taylor that time. Fourth here out of Tennessee taking care of him. So down goes Prescott for the 2nd time. 3rd down and 15 now.
And we talked about Witherspoon, the rookie, and how versatile he can be in coverage. He can play man and he can blitz. It's really an assist to the coverage downfield. And Dak Prescott's back there. Hitch, hitch, hitch. Everything's covered. Really good protection, but eventually that coverage allows Witherspoon to get in there.
3rd and 16, moving left. Prescott buying time. Settle for it underneath, and getting out to the 37-yard line goes Jake Ferguson, the tight end. Signaling 1st down, and he is correct.
Well, one of the areas they have struggled is tackling in space, the Seahawks. And Ferguson is just a check down. You know, it's 3rd down, get the ball to an athlete who can make a play, and Witherspoon whiffs. Again, they have the 4th most missed tackles in the NFL, and a great job there by the big tight end picking that up.
Yep, gain of 17. They needed 16. Prescott going deep downfield into good coverage, but it's so good, in fact, that it draws a flag. Tolbert, the intended receiver, and Woolen is back there. So they throw the flag, covered him very tightly, but perhaps too tightly, and Carroll's going to plead his case from the sideline, likely to no avail.
I think he got him with the body there.
Defense, number 27. Molly plays to the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Well, anytime you go airborne as a corner and you don't time it up well because your head's not turned around, you know, right away it's coming here. He's trying to have makeup speed, and then his body gets to him. Not so much the hand, but I think the body onto the back there of the big receiver, Tolbert. You can say my bad right there.
Yep, my bad, to the tune of 47 yards. Rico Dowdle is now the back. He's in for the first time. Takes a little toss. Skirts the sideline. Minimal gain there. Second down.
Remember last time they got down into the red zone, especially low red, into the side of 5, they could not come away with a touchdown. I'm sure they went over that with Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer to make sure that they make the right adjustments and try to punch it in, try to find a matchup.
Hooks wide left. Pollard is the backup, a fullback in the game here. Fake to Pollard. Protected well. Fires. Caught. Touchdown CeeDee Lamb. Off the fake. Line does its job. Dak right on the money. Dallas takes the lead.
And as we have seen in recent weeks, the movement of CeeDee Lamb creates a favorable matchup. He moves, you see Seattle adjust, and then the inside receiver takes away the safety, and that's why he's able to make that throw to CeeDee Lamb for that touchdown.
Aubrey for the point after. Prescott now with his 24th touchdown pass, tying Josh Allen for the league lead. 4:48 to go, first quarter. 10-7. Cowboys.